Welcome back to and welcome to the Abuja Network Center of Independent Television right there. In this morning on ITV and also still will be Charity Tanko right here. Charity. We thought before our guest came on, we were talking about the fuel subsidy issue and stuff like that. And we have joining us this morning in that segment is Yusuf Madaki, who is also a station manager right here in the Federal Capital Territory, talking about the impact of this subsidy. It's a wonderful time to have you right in the studio.
Thank you very much. Good morning again.
Okay. Charity, are you firing the first up talking about the fuel subsidy issue? We're going to be talking about this before he came aboard. How Nigerians have been coping for him being involved with the issue about it. Tell us a little bit what it has been like since the removal of the fuel subsidy.
Well, good morning once again. I remain Mohammed Yusuf Malaki. When we say fuel subsidy, it's a relative terms, depending on how somebody look at it. Because subsidy started as far back as 1970, but it became institutionalized in 1977 when the promulgation of 1977 Act that banned selling petroleum product above the regulated price. That's where subsidy came into being. But the reality is, removing subsidy is a very good thing, but it needs some measures to be taken before removing the subsidy. Because as it is, it's just overnight that the subsidy has been removed. Definitely our customers, including the marketers, we are all suffering.
Okay, if you're talking about you're suffering, in what way are you suffering? Because to an ordinary Nigerian, you are the one cashing out.
Yeah. That's why you say an ordinary Nigerian. That's a layman view.
Exactly. So that's what I wanted to explain.
Yes.
That's what I wanted to explain to Nigerians. How are you suffering?
We are suffering in the sense that, you can only make profit. You can only make profit while you sell.
Yeah.
And definitely, as a result of this subsidy removal, our sales have dropped drastically.
Oh, you don't
say. Some stations, their sales dropped with over 50%.
Okay.
Some stations are closing down because they are not making profit.
Oh.
Some marketers are now with the fear that they may likely be out of the business because when they remove the subsidy, they are out of stock. So the capital they have will not be able to get a single truck. If maybe you used to maybe discharge 2-3 trucks in your station, definitely that 3 trucks will not buy one single truck now. So their possibilities of sustaining the business is now approaching zero.
Okay, so
that's the suffering number one.
Okay.
Number two, when it comes to sales, as you are not making profits as time goes on, definitely you have to take some measures in order to cut cost.
Yeah.
It may likely face, workers may likely face the challenges of losing their job. Because as a owner of a filling station or as an investor, once you are not making profit, you have to deploy some measures, either to downsize your staff or to reduce the salary or something of that nature, despite the suffering people are in. That's the second challenge.
And then when you downsize, it will also affect productivity.
Good. And the productivity has been affected already. Since with the removal of the subsidy, because the sales has dropped with over 50%. So as you are not selling, now we have like 4 trucks waiting for discharging. But in normal sense, we used to sell 1 truck per day.
Okay, so you also talked about people are afraid.
Yes.
That what they, like, if they sell off, the money they make, they may not be able to go back to the market.
Yeah, because their capital base is now reduced. Before, maybe we buy 1 truck at the cost of maybe 6.7 to 6.8. It will reach the station. And now, before you can obtain a single truck, you need like 21 to 22 million naira. Plus the way bill. Since government is not paying the way bill now, you have to add off the way bill, then at which one you have, the profit markup will be plus the way bill price.
Okay.
So a person that is managing just 18 million or 10 million or so is now looking for 20-something million. Why will he get the money?
Okay, but before now, before the removal of the fuel subsidy, how was it? Was it that marketers enjoy the subsidy too?
Well, that's why I say it's a relative term. Marketers do, customers do, even the government do enjoy. When I mention government, I mean it is the aim of, it is the wish of every government to make sure that the welfare and the standard of living of the citizens is of standards or is little bit improved. So that's why the government is enjoying. The customers are enjoying the lower price. The marketers, there are some certain suffering. Now they are paying for waybill before they don't used to pay.
Okay, before
Yes.
marketers don't pay waybill.
They don't.
Waybill was being taken care of by government.
It's part of the subsidy. So now the marketers will pay for their waybill. The marketers, because of the multiple exchange rates, the E and I window, we were told that is now closed. So the dollar crisis will also come into being. So my fear personally is that the price may likely go up because of the multiple exchange rates.
Government has got, for the first time,
exactly.
Yesterday we had one exchange rate. The price of the dollar in the bank is the same with that of the
Parallel markets. Yeah, that's
As of yesterday, as of close of market yesterday.
That's why I said the multiple exchange rate is also something that we must consider it, because we import petroleum products from abroad, and we pay with the dollar. And before there is E and I window, that's import and export window, that's foreign exchange window that favors the importers and the exporters. But now they unified the exchange.
Okay, so the unification is also an issue.
It's an issue now. Before,
why is it an issue?
Beautiful. Before, if I'm into the export or import, I'll go and pay Form A. That Form A will give me access to dollar at official bank rates. So by giving me that access, export whatever I want to export. In fact, export. But now the dollar is the exchange rate is the same, it's uniform, both the parallel market and the
so there is no import export window anymore.
That window is not in existence.
Okay, now for Nigerians listening to you now,
Yes.
and trying to understand you now,
Okay.
it means that this is the time people will get to know who are the real business people, right?
Yeah. Well, business is
Because from what you're saying is like there used to be some freebies
that comes with
that comes
the
with a
import and export window they used to have because they got dollar there.
Yeah.
Now which is no longer existing right now. But you see the.
But isn't that what business is all about?
Business is all about buying and selling, and the cost of buying is what will determine the cost of selling.
Yeah.
When you get it at cheaper rates, you have to subsidize the rate also for customers to at least.
And I know that it's not all the time.
It's in most cases.
Because even when we were supposedly enjoying the subsidy, the prices of fuel, petrol, keep rising.
E.g.
For instance, there was a time it was for 65 naira per liter. We got up to 120 per liter. We got up we got up to 145. I mean 160, 145, 165. At the last it was 190.
185 or something like that.
Okay, maybe I may give you an assignment. You just need to revisit your exchange rate by then.
Okay.
That's why I say exchange rate determined the import and export.
Yeah, but now the thing has
It's
dropped.
fluctuating. Our exchange rate always fluctuates.
Okay, that was the issue, exchange rate. Now this present administration is saying let's have a unified exchange rate, and it's still an issue.
First of market determines the exchange rate. Unlike before, where government was spending it at a particular price, which some certain set of the society were benefiting from.
Yes.
People who are into export and export were benefiting from that.
Now
the average Nigerian on the roadside does not benefit from that because they are not into. They only buy dollar at the normal market. Now that has been taken away,
Beautiful.
which is also a shortcoming for you. But I don't see it lasting for a long time.
But the issue now is two different things that comes or approach the marketers at the same time.
Okay.
Subsidy removal plus the unification of the exchange rate.
Is subsidy not supposed to be a blessing for you people?
It may be a blessing.
But is it a blessing?
It's a blessing.
So why we
So from what you've been saying so far,
when I say it's a blessing, but it's something that if government can take drastic measures and do the right thing, everybody will smile and everybody will enjoy it.
so what is the right thing? What is that drastic measure that you want government to take?
The drastic measure is that government should provide an alternative or a counter solution to the problem. For instance, now you can only go to station. You can only go to station and buy fuel is when you have money.
Yes.
And your purchasing power depends on your income.
Okay.
So government should make some programs like
Loans,
loans
to support the marketers.
Support the marketers, provide some mass transit that maybe use compressed natural gas, that's CNG.
Yeah.
That will at least the mass will enjoy the benefit of the subsidy. Because now the consumption have reduced.
Yeah.
The subsidy forced the market to lower the
volume of demand.
The volume of demand has reduced, and the supply I think remains constant for now.
For now, okay.
Yes, but I know it may drop also
Because
you will not keep on supplying while the demand is going down.
Yeah, exactly.
You can only keep on supplying when the demand is increasing. So when there is such kind of programs, loans, salary increment, the salary scale must be adjusted, or else workers will stop going to work. Because even now, they have started selecting some days.
Yeah, government some states.
Once their pocket is down, they will just start withdrawing themselves and be working from house. So if government can at least adjust the salary scale to make it standard, provide some mass transit buses, deploy it in states and especially federal capital territory, preferably that they use CNG, that's compressed natural gas. I think masses will enjoy it and they will smile. As the money that was used for subsidy will be bounced back to the economy.
Yeah.
I believe if they can use that money to
invest
in such kind of area, in transportation, salary adjustment, and other things, the general public will be happy and they will smile.
Now let's talk about something. Knowing that the first subsidy removal has happened, we talked about refineries. About 22 people have licenses to open refineries. They've not been able to. Only one person has been able to do that. Who is the one refinery that are open that it takes off in July in Lagos? That's talking about that refinery. Do you see the possibility of the refinery coming to life and forcing a reduction on the price of fuel?
Yeah, it's very possible. If you look at the capacity of the refinery, it will at least, instead of us going to abroad to import,
yes,
we are now buying it. Maybe you just need to go to Lagos, or if they have some depot maybe in the north.
Yeah.
You just need to walk into the depot, process your waybill, and deliver your product.
So it will make better for the marketers too.
It will make life better for marketers as well as consumers.
You don't need to look for dollar anymore.
Why not?
To be able to do that, to do any other thing.
Let me tell you the truth. Some stations have to close down their operation because they are no longer making profit. Do you know why? Because even the marketers itself, we have their in two categories. We have independent, let me say independent or major and minor. Let me just put it in this way. We have major marketers and minor marketers. The major marketers, some of them have the capacity to import, because you cannot import without having depot. You can only have depot before you can go for the importation of the famous product or whatever product. So it's only those that have depots that will go and import the famous of petroleum products and bring it into the country. Okay. Then some independent marketers are like in partnership with other independent marketers that import. Their loading is very simple. But those minor marketers depends on some independent marketers. After delivering it at their station, then they will go and buy it from them. So such type of marketers they may likely be out of business in few months coming.
Okay. We've been talking with Yusuf Badaki right here. He's a station manager and also been involved in the fuel subsidy, analyzing the impact of the fuel subsidy on the economy and also how the marketers have been feeling the effect of it. Hopefully one day the refinery in Lagos can kick off. Probably that will surely force down the price of the PMS in the market. I must say a big thank you to you for linking up with us this morning.
Thank you very much. Yeah. I'm very grateful.
Yeah, we'll now be linking up with our Benin Network studio for the last leg of the program, talking about wrapping up. Daniel Praise is standing by. Daniel, over to you right there, Benin.
This is where we'll be drawing the curtain anyway. You had a robust discussion with Yusuf Badaki. Of course, the effect of the subsidy removal is affecting everyone down here in Benin City and, of course, everyone in the nation at large. Let's just hope the negotiations that have been initiated come out well between the presidency, TUC, and NLC. This is how far we can go. Tolu and Charity we'll see next week, hopefully.
Yeah, we will definitely see. It's been a nice time right there from the Abuja Network studio.